Shalom, shalom, Mishbocha. Welcome to another edition of Ray Bash's Ramblings. Today I'm going to be tackling the issue of the Sabbath. Is it Saturday or Sunday? I will say right off the bat, it is unequivocally Saturday. That is the Sabbath. When Yahweh created everything that we know and see in the 6 days of creation, the days were not Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. The days were day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and Shabbat. That was the days of the week. They had no names. And those the secular days of the week, that they are pagan in origin, somehow commemorating Norse gods. So we have nothing to do with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. It's just the first day, second day, third day, and so on. Now, Christians will tell you, yes, the Sabbath is Saturday, but when Jesus died and rose from the dead, that Sabbath on the Saturday was changed to Sunday. And we'll see clearly in the New Testament how they worshipped on Sunday. And because Jesus rose on Sunday, we commemorate his resurrection every Sunday. And that's why we worship on Sunday and not Saturday. Oh, not only that, we want to separate ourselves from the Jews because the Jews don't believe that Jesus is the Messiah. So we want to be separate from them. That is the height and epitome of scriptural and historical ignorance. Nothing can be further from the truth. I'm not going to go in what day Yeshua resurrected. That's really not important. Whether it was Saturday or Sunday, who cares? Just because he rose on a particular day of the week doesn't mean that we should change the Sabbath day to whatever day that was. That has no bearings on it. Yahweh, he is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He is the lawgiver. He wrote the Torah. He gave the command to observe the Sabbath, to keep it holy. The seventh day of the week, the seventh day, the day of rest after creation, that is what he sanctified. What does sanctify mean? Sanctify means he set it apart. The rest of the days of the week are common. We can worship Yahweh on them. Fine, great, wonderful. We should worship Yahweh every day. But the Sabbath is sanctified. It's special. It's holy. It's set apart. And it always has been, always will be. Yahweh has not changed that. And then, the Christians will bring up the argument, well, it says in the New Testament that they met on the first day of the week. Okay, what is the day? What is a day? What is a reckoning of a day? I can tell you one thing, it's not midnight to midnight. That's a Gentile secular reckoning of a day. We're talking about Jewish believers in Messiah in the first century who walked, talked, lived among, and acted like, and ate like, and lived like Jews. They were Jews. They followed Judaism. That was their religion. And the day, a Jewish reckoning of a day is from evening to evening, from sunset to sunset. So when it says that these believers met on the first day of the week, they were doing nothing different than the rest of the Jews around them. Every Jew met in a home on the first day of the week. Why? Because at sunset, Sabbath sunset, which begins the first day of the week, Sunday, we hold a service to close out the Sabbath, to sanctify it and to set it apart, and to break away from that and to transition and enter into the first day of the week. It's called the Havdalah service. There's a ritual lighting of a braided candle, blessing over wine and bread, and there's some blessings that are said, some songs that are sang, and usually it's held in homes, and it's not often it's held in a synagogue or at the temple. That's why everybody were meeting in the homes. They were doing what Jews have always done. Okay, let me move on to some quotes here. Here's some quotes from Roman Catholics that are admitting that Saturday is the true Sabbath and Sunday is not, that they created Sunday. From Stephen Keenan, A Doctrinal Catechism, 3rd edition, it says, "But you may read the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, and you will not find a single line authorizing the sanctification of Sunday. The Scriptures enforce the religious observance of Saturday, a day which we never sanctified." And from Martin J. Scott, Things Catholic Are Asked About, it says, question, why do you observe Sunday instead of Saturday? Answer, we observe Sunday instead of Saturday because the Catholic Church transferred the solemnity from Saturday to Sunday. Blatant, plain and simple. An Anglican/Episcopal bishop, Bishop Seymour, in Why We Keep Sunday, says, we have made the change from the seventh day to the first day, from Saturday to Sunday, on the authority of the Catholic Church. God didn't do it, man did it. Here's a quote from a Baptist, from Dr. Edward T. Hiscox, a paper read before the New York Ministers' Conference in 1893. It was reported in the New York Examiner, November 16th, 1893, and it says, "Of course, I quite well know that Sunday did not come into use in early Christian history, but what a pity it has come branded with the mark of paganism, a christened with the name of a sun god, adopted and sanctioned by the papal apostasy, Catholic Church, and bequeathed as sacred legacy to the Protestantism." So here's a Baptist admitting that Sunday is not the true Sabbath. I've got quotes from Congregationalists, Lutherans, Methodists, Presbyterians. I can go on, but I don't want the clock to beat me out. But let me go ahead and quote Harris Franklin Rawle, a Christian advocate, July 2nd, 1942, page 28. He's a Methodist. It says, "There is no passage telling Christians to keep that day, Sunday, or to transfer the Jewish Sabbath to that day, Sunday." Presbyterian T.C. Blake, in Theology Condensed, he says, "The Sabbath is a part of the Decalogue, the Ten Commandments. This alone forever settles the question as to the perpetuity of the institution. Until therefore it can be shown that the whole moral law has been repleted, the Sabbath will stand. The teaching of Christ confirms the perpetuity of the Sabbath." So there's a Presbyterian that's admitting that the true Sabbath is Saturday, not Sunday. So we see the Ten Commandments are still important in Protestant Christianity and in Catholic Catholicism, but you know what? They don't keep all 10. They keep 9 because they don't keep the Sabbath. They remember a day that they call the Sabbath and sanctify themselves as the Sabbath, but God didn't sanctify it. God did not sanction it. And so once and for all, Saturday is the true Sabbath. Always has been, always will be. Running out of time here. That's kind of the long and short of it. So, I hope you enjoyed this segment of Ray Bash's Ramblings. Tune in again next time, and we'll see y'all later. Take care. Bye.